Hi, I'm Felipe Almeida.
And I'm Marco Cavalieri, and we co-authored this paper about Clarence Ayres. The goal of this paper is to contribute to a better understanding of Clarence Ayres' dissenting ideas in the 20th century. To do so, we study a specific debate between Clarence Ayres and Frank Knight. This debate consists of 3 papers, all of them published in the International Journal of Ethics in 1935. I've been working with the history of American institutionalism since I wrote my PhD dissertation about Veblen. And in 2015, I spent a year as a visiting scholar at the University of Chicago, working mainly with the history of the early American sociology and the American institutionalism. There, I found interesting archival evidence about the professors and the students at the Department of Economics in the early decades of the last century. As Professor Almeida back then was working with Ayres, we talked, and then I started to look deeper into Ayres' educational background at Chicago. And we had some interesting findings. For instance, the literature about Ayres says that he got his PhD only in philosophy, but we found at the University of Chicago records that he got his PhD in philosophy and economics. He received his graduate education in this environment heavily influenced by the pragmatist philosophy and the American institutionalism. During his Chicago years, James Hayden Tufts, Edson Webster Moore, and John Maurice Clark were crucial influences on Ayres' reading of institutionalism, pragmatist philosophy, ethics, and economics in general.
Our paper also places Ayres chronologically, as he is usually associated with post-war institutionalism. However, during the post-war period, Ayres was already a senior and leading institutionalist. Ayres was also a witness of the birthing and rising of a new mainstream in economics. Price theory was at the core of the new mainstream. It was Ayres' main target of criticism. For Ayres, there was no justification for the importance of price in the new mainstream perspective. Ayres' criticism was based on a lack of practical importance of price theory. Another Ayres' criticism relied on inculcation of ethics behind the market equilibrium. Ayres was worried about price theory inculcating the idea that major social problems could be solved automatically. In addition, Ayres was concerned with the idea that economics, which was turning itself into a science of price mechanism, could abandon other important problems because habit of thought could inculcate performance in economists' minds. The last Ayres' criticism was a misconceived nature of capital. According to Ayres, the new mainstream relied on the function of capital instead of the status of capitalists. Ayres also criticized the conceptualization of capital and land by the new mainstream. Our paper also introduced Knight's reaction to Ayres' criticism. Regarding Ayres' emerging institutionalism, Knight criticized the notion of cumulative change and pointed out a technological determinism that later would constitute a key criticism of a more mature version of Ayresean institutionalism. This paper is associated with my research as I am interested in institutional economics and the history of institutionalism in general.